Hey Greg, this is Dora. I talked to you on the phone this morning, and this is the video that I was talking about. So I'm just going to start out really quickly by going to Google and just did a handyman search in Everett. And just to show you most people know how this works. We search every single day, but most of the time, this top part of the page are ads. But then what's really ideal to get into is this section that's called the map pack. So most people click on these three businesses because it's right here, it's fast, it's easy, and let's face it, that's what we all like, right? So to get into this map pack, ideally you would need to add, citations to your Google business page and make sure that it's updated and optimized. So that's one thing that you can do. And then let's just go down. These are the organic results. Most of these are directories, which is where your citations go. But just to find your main competition, I found Ace Handyman Services. So that's what I'm going to kind of compare things with, just to give you an idea of where you could go just by making a few changes to your site. So here's your website. It doesn't have a lot on it. So what I would really, really recommend would be to have a lot more content. So when Google sends crawlers out to, check out your page, they don't only determine if the content is relevant, but they also count how many words you have. So if you were to have about 1,500 words of content, that would more likely get you to the front page and pull in more business for you. And then, you'd probably want to do a few updates on your website too, make it easier to read, some pictures, just that sort of thing. But that's another thing you can do to help you move up the ranks, is to have that 1,500 words of content. So let's look at your competitions page. It's just a completely different kind of a web page, and they do have more content, but you know what? They do not have 1,500 words. So if you're able to get those 1,500 words in on your site, that's going to help you to move above them. So one other thing you might want to put here too is make your phone number clickable, and then a call to action, or like a form for them to fill out, so that the leads come to you and you can follow up with them as you need to, or at your leisure, or however it is, depending on what kind of information they're looking for. So I'm going to kind of look at the back of your website too. I call it the back because I feel like I'm going in the back door looking at things. So this is a program I use called Ahrefs, and it just tells us a little bit about what's going on. So this is your domain rating, which is basically the power of your site. This is your URL rating, which is basically your trust flow of your site. So those numbers are pretty low right now, and I don't know how new this website is, but that can play a big part of it. I also see that you don't have any backlinks. So a backlink is when another company gives a shout out to you, basically. So they put a link to your business on whatever it is that they're sharing or posting. That's called a backlink. And depending upon how much power their website has, it helps to move your website up in the ranks. I know that sounds kind of confusing. It's really not. It's not hard to get your own backlinks. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So let's look at, you don't have any organic keywords either. Keywords are a really big part of the search on Google. So if you land specific keywords and get up there in the top 5, like whatever parts of your business you want to focus on, you want to have those keywords. It'll help to draw in business for you. And here, just as an example, I'm just going to compare you to Ace. So they've got a lot of power, but it's because theirs is more of a national site, and that's why they have so much more power. But, their URL rating, the trust rating isn't super high. So you might be able to take this over because they don't have a great ratio. Normally, it's about a 1-to-1 ratio that they want you to have here, and it helps you to move up to. For some reason, Google really likes that. So here's those backlinks I was talking about. So you can get these backlinks too. You just need to go to your competitors' pages. You can use a program like Ahrefs or whatever it is that you might be able to use, and you can take the same backlinks that they have and use them. You just click on it and you put your information in. But what I would recommend would be to make sure that the DR, the strength of that website, is at least a 60 or higher. But you just go through the list. This one happens to have 200 of them or so, and theirs are not high-powered backlinks here. So it would not be hard to overcome this at all for you to, beat them and maybe come out a little bit better when people are looking for a handyman in your area. So they only have one keyword, meet a handyman. So 70 people look for that every month, and they're in position 31, so they're not getting any traffic from it. So if you were to get those keywords like I talked about, especially ones that people look for a lot, like, a handyman, Everett, or those kinds of things, then you can pull more business in for your own site. And that's what I wanted to share with you. I would really like to have a little bit of feedback, see if this is helpful for you. I will reach out to you tomorrow. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you.